the worst. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. Oh, she's like a robot. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Is she actually even a character, or is she just meant to be like my tutorial or something like that? So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ah ha 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 ha. Oh my gosh. Ah ha ha ha. Yeah. Monica's way too motivational. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? I guess, yes. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims they're not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident, but really, I'm dying inside. That doesn't mean I always feel that. Oh, okay, I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, it's long, okay. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the speckle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Boyfriend? I don't know. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person now. Oh, sorry. Oh. Poems, man. Oh, yeah. Like, no, it wasn't me. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Ah, that's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. Ooh, I hope I delivered it correctly, Monica. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a lot. Epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly, and I'm a very shallow person and I like to make everyone feel like I'm super duper positive all the time. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. There you go, guys. Tip from Monica. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, Yuri! My goodness. Okay, this one's going to be dark. I can just sense it. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Well, he's going to hate me. Uh-oh, she's talking to someone else. Someone that's not there. Someone in her head. You really didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Woohoo! Thank you. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just mean, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, oh my gosh, this is way too much information about writing. I do not care. But actually it's kind of interesting, but I still do not care. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you could be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or to me or to Natsuki. I know, I actually thought that we would read all our poems out together. I mean, I guess, I think in the real world that's probably how it would go, but I mean, that doesn't really, I guess that's not really the point of the game. I'm meant to be having my one-on-one experience with the girls. But I want to know what I would have written. I don't think it would have been anything. They're just keywords, like, yeah. But still, it would have been pretty cool if you could see what I wrote. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please. Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. No, I don't want to know your thought process. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to blah blah? Alright, here it is. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Oh, pardon me. That wasn't very dark. I'm sorry to have such trouble. You have beautiful handwriting. I wasn't thinking that at all, but you took a long time to read. Judgy Judgerson over here. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Oh, that's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Ninya. I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and blah blah blah. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all of this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Ninya. Whoa! Okay. Ah, cool. Me too. Natsuki, crazy little vermin girl. I don't think of. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Oh, that's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Oh, thank goodness. I can't be bothered hearing a big old spiel about other tips and tricks on writing poetry that I'll never write. Eagle. Oh my gosh, this girl. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Ooh, burn, sick burn on people, probably aimed at me. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, very straight to the point. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in the poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Okay, yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. That's another tip. Here you go. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized, as I'm trying to back out of this conversation because I'm so done. That's what it means to be a pro. I don't think you'll see mine. I'm gonna finish up soon anyway. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Wop, wop, wop. Phew. Alright. I think I'm going to leave it here. We've finished the poems. I'm going to save it. Yeah. Anyway. Woo! So there you go. That's my first impression or whatever of Doki Doki Literature Club. Wait. Why wait? Oh. Okay, hang on. Wait. Ugh, yes. I don't think, phew, I guess that's everyone. I don't think, because there's, when I don't know if you saw that part, but when I went to go like pick my poem or write my poem, it was literally just like random words. I think they were like just keywords that would trigger off which one would suit the girl. So I don't think it's gonna make anything. It might be way too sophisticated. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems could stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Because she can't read cursive, probably. Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Oh, thanks. Oh, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute? I know that. I just mean, the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Because it sucks. It just sucks, Natsuki. You mean you had to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. Okay, I think. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Ninya did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Ninya liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up. Maybe you're just jealous that Ninya appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Uh-oh, the girls are fighting over me. Whoop, 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 whoop. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Ninya started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turn towards... I know, yeah, but there's so much drama now. And then I'm standing here like, ha 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 ha. Suddenly both girls turn towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Ninya, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Ninya. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Ninya? Well, how did I get dragged into the first place? It's not like I know about anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh, I gotta choose a girl. So of course that's going to be, who should I choose? Natsuki, purple hair girl. Pink hair girl. Yuri, purple hair girl. Or bring in Sayori to help a brother out. Sayori? Help me, Sayori! I feel it's a bit of a cop-out. Alright. Natsuki. What? So instead I turn to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defensive that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah! Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Ninya. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. Oh my gosh. She would never. Ah, shame. Now this is where I kind of back out like, It's your immaturity that has made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. Why are we fighting? Well, also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Oh, Sayori, I'm actually liking her a lot more. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. Ha ha ha. I couldn't even bring myself